Welcome to this overview of eXp Realty, the most exciting and lucrative real estate platform available to real estate professionals. Started in 2009 in the state of Washington, eXp Realty has since expanded into every state in the United States, as well as Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. In fact, eXp Realty is the fastest growing residential real estate brokerage in history ×3 with more than 35,000 agents already here at eXp Realty. And you have to ask yourself, especially in the time when eXp Realty was founded, right? Because if you remember the market, the dust was still settling from the market crash. But how did a real estate brokerage build such a massive amount of momentum and agent count? And you're going to have an opportunity today to understand what that value proposition is and why agents, team leaders, independent brokerage, and people who used to own franchise companies are coming over in droves to eXp Realty. And you're going to have an opportunity to understand why this growth is actually very important to your bottom line as well. Speaking of growth, it's really not going to slow down when it comes to eXp Realty. In fact, it's just getting started with the announcements of some additional countries we'll be entering into, including Mexico, Portugal, South Africa, France, and India. To understand our platform, it's actually really important for us to go back and take a look at the traditional real estate model that has been used really since 1908 with the founding of Coldwell Banker. And as you guys know, this is probably the real estate company that your brokerages work with now, but traditionally there is a franchise owner, or if it's a boutique company, maybe just one owner. Often there's regional owners, franchise owners of the individual franchises that they purchase, tons of brick and mortar offices. And then, of course, you have your middle management, like your managing broker, maybe a controller for your office. And at the bottom of the totem pole in these real estate platforms is the real estate agent. But understanding how these model works, there's really only one party that actually brings revenue into the brokerage, into the company, and that is the agent that's out there every day working with buyers, working with sellers, and through their commission splits or even their flat fees, they are bringing revenue to the brokerage that flows up to pay for the managing brokers. Of course, a lot of that money goes to their brick and mortar offices, franchise owner, regional owners, and ultimately to the party or the family that owns the brand or owns the company. Well, at eXp Realty, what we've done is introduced a completely different approach to real estate with our cloud-based office. Immediately, that allowed us to wipe clean all that massive amount of money that pays for brick and mortar offices. Furthermore, we were able to really centralize and eliminate a lot of the cost that goes towards more managing brokers and franchise owners. And eXp Realty, as one large brokerage, meaning we are not a franchise, was able to reposition our agents so they can have an ownership role in our company. Because again, the everyday agent is the one who's actually out there productive on a daily basis, bringing revenue to the company. So at eXp Realty, our agents get to grow their equity position in the company through our publicly traded stock, as well as has an opportunity to participate in the revenues from the company as well. So when we really dive into how eXp Realty works, just understand it's not like comparing apples to apples. We are an orange. In that sense, it's really difficult to compare what eXp Realty brings to the table because it's dramatically different than any other real estate company out there. To give everyone a point of reference, though, we'll give you somewhat of that apples to apples comparison. Then we're going to dive into how we're extremely different. So at eXp Realty, again, because we are not a franchise, there are no royalties, there are no franchise fees, and all of our agents have the exact same deal. We're all on an 80-20 split with a $16,000 cap. If you're not familiar with what a cap is, it's not a cap on you. It's a cap on the company and how much they will allow you to pay into company dollar. So when your 20% that goes to company dollar, right, the revenue to the company hits $16,000, you will automatically be transitioned over to a 100% commission model with a flat fee of $250 per transaction. And when you close a transaction with eXp Realty, there's a $25 broker review fee that pays for the brokers of each state, as well as our compliance team to make sure that your file is fully complete and within compliance, as well as a $40 risk management fee, also known as E&O insurance. Great news is even our E&O insurance is capped at a maximum of $500 per year. So if an agent is only closing 2 deals per year, they're only going to pay $40 in E&O. If an agent is closing 20 or 200 deals in a year with all the tools that we're going to talk about and really enhancing their production, they're still going to be capped at only paying $500 annually for their E&O insurance. Now, when I talked about our agents having more of an ownership role here at eXp Realty, it's not just a cute slogan, and here's how it works. Again, our publicly traded stock that's traded on the NASDAQ has a stock ticker of EXPI. And every time our agents do what they should do, which is just sell real estate, they continue to grow their equity position in the company. So here's how it works. Every year when you do your first transaction for your anniversary date, the company is going to award you shares of stock. When you cap, meaning you're no longer on the 80-20 for the year, you've went up to the 100% model, as a congratulations, eXp Realty is going to award you more shares of stock. When you refer an agent to eXp Realty and they come over and close their very first transaction, as a thank you, the company is going to again award you shares of stock. We also have an Icon Agent Award, which is unparalleled in the industry. With our agents, our Icon agents, who are highest producing agents, we're not going to just give them a $15 trophy and a pat on the back. Instead, our Icon agents get their cap back, which again is $16,000. That all is coming back to them in the form of the company stock. We also have an agent equity program. This one's actually a favorite. This is optional. This is not required. You can do it or not do it, start it or stop it whenever you'd like. But the agent equity program allows you to take 5% of your commission dollars and purchase the company stock at a 10% discount. So for any of you who've ever worked at a franchise company like I did for many years, I got so used to paying a franchise fee or a royalty fee at closing. Well, here, if you choose to, you can take 5% and purchase the company stock at a discount, meaning you're already adding value to your portfolio. Plus, you're putting something aside for you and your family over the long haul. Again, it's optional. You can do it or not do it, completely your prerogative. But these are the ways in which our agents get to continue to grow their equity position in eXp Realty. The real game changer for a lot of agents, though, is actually our revenue share plan. This is really a compensation for contribution model. And essentially how it works is the adjusted gross commission income from the company dollar, meaning all of the revenues coming in, half of it gets paid back out to our agents. Last year, almost $500 million was paid back to our agents through our revenue share plan. So let's dive into how this works. If you'll recall, we talked about how money usually flows at a real estate brokerage, and you know that the cap at eXp Realty is $16,000. That's the same money that fuels our revenue share platform. And here's how it works. When you're at eXp Realty, if you referred an agent over to eXp Realty, you will automatically begin to earn 3.5% gross commission on the agent's production that they bring with them. Not out of the agent's pocket, but instead out of company dollar. Now, what you'll notice here is that there's a maximum that you could earn of $2,800 per year per agent that you referred over. Why is there a cap on how much you can earn per agent? Because when that agent caps and goes to a 100% model, there's no more revenue coming into the company. Therefore, no more revenue to pay out to you until that agent's cap resets the following year on their anniversary date. But let's look at how it works in real life. Let's say you knew an agent named John. You said, John, come take a look at eXp Realty. This company's amazing. John makes the move, closes his first transaction with eXp Realty with a $9,000 commission. What that means is the very next month on the 22nd, our revenue share day, you're going to get a direct deposit into your bank account for $315 cash. Every time John closes a deal, you're going to get paid until John caps. Then you'll have to wait till his cap resets the following year. The best news is this is going to happen year after year as long as you and John remain at eXp Realty. Now, the real game changer is that our revenue share plan is actually a cascading plan. What does that mean? Well, it's really your prerogative. You can invite 0 agents or refer 0 agents to eXp Realty. You could bring over 1,000 agents with you. It's completely up to you and your business plan. But let's just say in this example, here's John and perhaps 4 other agents that you've referred over to eXp Realty. Well, at some point, John or maybe these other agents are going to say, that revenue share that you get, I really want to create that for myself. That's awesome. And when John and these other agents start to refer agents over to eXp Realty, you can now earn up to $3,200 per agent that they invite. You'll still earn up to $2,800 for all of the agents that you've personally referred over to eXp Realty. And this cascading revenue share plan goes all the way down to 7 tiers. Now, when you look at this matrix for our revenue share plan or our chart, it could be a little confusing, but here's why. Our industry has done such an incredible job of just training us agents to just focus on our split, do good business and try and get a better split. That's what we've been taught from day one. They never talk to us about company dollar. Well, the reason why they don't is because you weren't cut in on that deal. They're not going to give you any. At eXp Realty, because you now get to participate in company dollar through our revenue share plan, we want to make sure that this is abundantly clear. So we won't dive into this in too much detail today, but whoever invited you to look at eXp Realty's brokerage model, get with them so they can really dive into how this matrix works. Now, I'll keep it simple. Again, it's a compensation for contribution model. What does that mean? The more agents that you personally refer to eXp Realty, the more levels that you'll be able to unlock and essentially the more income that you can earn through the revenue share platform. Now, the really good news is this. We took a look at in the beginning all the areas in which eXp Realty not only is open here in the US, but all these other countries. When it comes to the revenue share plan, this is all of the same areas that you could attract agents from, meaning they don't have to be in the same state, neighborhood, even hemisphere as where you reside or do business. As long as eXp Realty is doing business where that agent is, you can definitely refer them over to eXp Realty and expand where your revenues come from. Now, let's take a look at how this can play out in a more real life example. Now, in this example, just understand, I'm assuming that everyone caps. Does everyone cap in real life? Probably not. But when you look at all the tools that we're going to provide and how we're going to help our agents focus on production, this shouldn't be terribly difficult. But just know this example is assuming everybody caps. So these are the maximum numbers, okay? If you talk to 5 agents and referred them over to eXp Realty and they were all cappers, that means you would have on tier 1 a total of a $14,000 annual revenue share. If we just help those 5 agents replicate what you did, we're not being crazy, just each of them come and talk to 5 different agents and refer them over to eXp Realty. That would mean you have 25 agents on your second tier earning up to $3,200 per agent. That's another $80,000 in revenue share annually. So what you're looking at here is literally a $94,000 annual leveraged income. This has nothing to do with the commissions you're out there earning by being a productive agent. This is revenue share all on its own. And we haven't even gotten into tiers 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 7. Now understand, having a $94,000 annual leveraged income is literally the equivalent of having $1.566 million in the bank earning 6% interest. Now, good luck on the interest part. You'd have to shop for that. However, if you at your current company are not talking about how you're going to amass more than $1.5 million through your real estate career, so that when you're done with real estate as a career and you want to have an exit strategy, that you're not able to earn $94,000 at minimum as a leveraged income, the question is, why not? Why are you not having those conversations? Why aren't your current brokerages really aligning you to make sure that you have an exit strategy with a significant income attached to it? Because here's what I can show you. I mean, for the big thinkers, this is how lucrative the revenue share model really is for every single one of our eXp agents as an opportunity. What if you instead referred 10 agents over to eXp Realty? Again, assuming they're all cappers, at $2,800 per agent, that's a $28,000 revenue share annually just on tier one. If we help those 10 duplicate and just do what you did, bring 10 agents over each that they referred over to eXp Realty, that means you would have 100 agents on your second tier. Assuming they're all cappers, that's another $320,000 annually in revenue share. So this program here is literally a $348,000 annual leveraged income. Again, not even discussing tiers 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. And this can be mind-blowing for a lot of people, and they wonder, how is this even possible? Understand, this is the same money that you're paying into your brokerages right now, except they don't let you be a party to the sharing of those revenues. It's the same money that comes in to your brokerage, but here at eXp Realty, you are repositioned so that you get to participate in those revenues. And that is why we know our value proposition is so good that it's literally financially irresponsible for agents and brokers to hang their license anywhere else. And that's why we know comparing eXp Realty to any other brokerage is just a non-starter, because there's no apples to apples. We are absolutely an orange. Now, just understand this. If you were to go off and create your own brokerage where you can have that kind of broker money, if it was a boutique brokerage or even a franchise, you're out of pocket just to even get started is probably going to come in the form of tens of thousands of dollars. At eXp Realty, to come over and be a productive agent here with that ownership component, it's only $149 to start with our company. Now, all of our agents also pay $85 per month on their second month and on, but I'm going to show you right now the massive level of tools, technologies, and systems that we give our agents to really up their game when it comes to real estate production. And it really comes down to what it means for agents to be able to, again, sell more real estate. The proof is in the pudding. The industry is showing us through a whole bunch of accolades just how key our enhancement has been for agents' production. And let's dive into some of those tools. It really starts with KV Core. This is our CRM and lead generation software. This, again, is your back-end office, like your CRM, all the way up to your front-facing consumer website that's fully integrated. This thing is like a lead magnet. There's a million different ways to generate leads organically, meaning they're not coming into the company and then maybe they'll have, one of 3 agents reach out. This system will allow you to grow organic leads in a million different facets, including social media, Google pay-per-click. There's so many different ways to leverage this system to grow your business and to maintain an excellent communication approach to your clients so that you don't miss out on repeat and referral business as well. If we're going to help you up your game in a lot more transactions, we're also going to need to make sure that we can help you be more efficient with managing your transactions, and that's where SkySlope comes in. SkySlope is an online transaction management tool. I love it. You input the transaction you're doing, it'll auto-populate a checklist so you know every single document and disclosure that you need in your file to be compliant and to make sure that you get paid as quickly as possible. Understand, these 2 systems alone, if you were to go out and get them as an individual agent, which you can do, that's not a problem. They are not exclusive to eXp Realty, but you're going to be paying north of $800 a month for just these 2 systems alone. So with eXp Realty, it's part of our $85 a month package. So for me, the math is easy. What would you rather spend? $85 a month or $800 plus per month? And that's just 2 of our systems. Because at eXp Realty, all of our agents also get Enterprise. This is actually an exclusive software to eXp Realty, and this is essentially a CFO report for agents. Every realtor knows a coach is going to tell you you need to track your numbers. This system actually does it for you. You can log into the dashboard. You can see how many deals you've done year to date, your sales volume, drilled all the way down to how much you've spent in fees for doing this production. So eXp Enterprise is an amazing system, and it also houses for you the stock acquisition and the revenue share side for you. So this is really a system where agents can transition from running basically a real estate job into being that business owner. So this CFO report is awesome. And then, of course, the technology that really was the conduit to all this opportunity, which is our eXp cloud-based office. Now, I know a lot of agents are going to go, oh, I get it. You guys don't have any offices and therefore no support. Wrong. Not only do we have an office, ours exists in the cloud and I can access it from anywhere in the world as long as I have an internet connection. But I'm also going to tell you that our office is actually far superior to any other brick and mortar office out there. I know that can be a bold statement, but we can actually do large scale meetings, have some of the best training in the world from the top trainers in the world because we're not limited to where they exist geographically. Further, we have all the support and departments for our agents to get what they need in real time. We actually have more than 500 live support staff available to our agents 5 days a week for up to 11 hours a day. And then the collaboration and the ability for us to synergistically learn from and grow with other agents is unparalleled. You can go in there and literally collaborate with agents from across the country and even the world. Now, we also offer over 60 now hours of live training every single week in our cloud-based office. The best news is this is training from people who are still active in selling real estate. So you're not going to learn from someone who used strategies 10, 15, 20 years ago. You're learning from the best agents that we have that are still operating in this market, still adjusting based on all the market conditions, and willing to go in there and show all of our agents how to level up in their production. This is literally like having access to a real estate training seminar every single week, except you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to travel anywhere. You don't have to leave your business. You can literally continue to operate, selling more real estate and being really fluid because even from your cell phone, you can log in and gain access to all of this incredible live training. But I get it. Some agents are going to go, you know, that sounds amazing, but I really, really need an office. eXp Realty did something brilliant, similar to what Lyft and Uber did as they grew and literally changed how we get taxi service in America. As you guys know, Uber didn't have a ton of vehicles in their fleet when they started. In fact, they had zero. What they did is they leveraged everyone else's car. eXp Realty has, instead of getting a whole bunch of brick and mortar offices with expensive leases or big price tags, has leveraged a relationship with Regus. If you're not familiar, Regus is a global conglomerate of temporary workspaces. And these Regus offices are everywhere through the United States and in fact, all over the world. So all of our agents get an executive membership to Regus. They can go to any one of these facilities and show them their membership, and they're going to be able to use any of the common work area, grab a cup of coffee. Now, if an agent wants their own private office that they lock up every night or to use the boardroom, sure, it'll come at their expense. But Regus has some really, really great incentives for agents to come in there and without cost, use the common area and very inexpensive ways to have their own private offices if they choose to. And again, all of this is covered by that $85 a month. Our company intranet, by the way, is a product called Workplace. It's a Facebook product, so it's run just like social media. This system's great because over 35,000 agents pass referrals through this network every single day. This alone can help you up your game in production, not only in getting new business in your local marketplace, but by making sure you never, ever have to pass out a referral or just let one of your clients go find their own agent literally anywhere across the world, because you now have the network to, in a very warm transfer way, make sure that client gets what they need and you can set up a referral fee with it as well. Of course, we have all the proper marketing and branding that you can ever ask for. The really great part is it's all very sleek and beautiful in design. But the main part is that eXp Realty is very agent-centric, meaning we want you and your brand to be at the forefront. People do business with you because they like and trust you. Yes, you'll have to make sure eXp Realty is properly branded, but we really want to make sure we accentuate your brand moving forward. So I hope you guys can understand, like, innovation has changed things all over our society. We've seen it happen a million times, right? We knew the story of Netflix. We know what happened with Amazon. But let me ask you this. If really early on you knew what Netflix was going to become, would you want to own a Blockbuster? If early on you knew what Amazon would do to the brick and mortar retail shops, early on, if you understood what was coming, Would you really want to own a circuit city? Because right now you have become aware of where the future of real estate is going with eXp Realty. And so my question is, do you really want to continue to essentially rent your brokerage when you can very early on become an owner in eXp Realty as a real estate professional? So hopefully you understand the absolute massive value that is eXp Realty, because there's even more good news, and that is our specific expansion group here at eXp Realty is really the premier group for you and the growth of your business. And it really starts with our exclusive onboarding concierge. Our professional will make sure that you know how to transition your business seamlessly into eXp Realty, leveraging and integrating all the tools into your business and plugging into the training. And then also making sure you know how to leverage our growth systems and our coaching, which I'll get into in a moment. And what we did is by leveraging the eXp platform with the cloud-based environment, our group has built out an exclusive private team suite just for our agents. This is where our agents get a more intimate and collaborative approach to bridge the gap. We have the ability to make sure our agents not only have the camaraderie of the other agents to work with, but also access to 17 of the best real estate professional coaches that are out there available to our agents at no cost. All of our focus is going to be on helping our agents grow when it comes to lead generation, producing more real estate, and building their listing inventory with several of our really exclusive strategies to building out those listing opportunities. Oh, and by the way, our group happens to be within the top 0.01% of growth of all of eXp Realty. So if you're excited about the revenue sharing side and how to grow that group, you are with the best possible group that you can be with, not just because of our size, but because of our ability to do things that are duplicatable. You see, we didn't rely on an agent personality or celebrity. What we did is we built out a blueprint of time-tested and proven ways for anyone to make the move to eXp Realty and get the same, if not better results, as long as you are willing to put in the work. So that's why we know our group that you join here with at eXp Realty is really imperative for the long-term results that you're looking for and ultimately for the income that you're looking to achieve. Now, I'll leave you guys with this. We all know back in 2004, the story of Mark Zuckerberg inviting 5 people to the dorm room to talk a quote-unquote business opportunity. And the 2 that actually showed of the 5 are Dustin Moskovich, who's now worth $12.7 billion, and Eduardo Severin, who's now worth $9.64 billion. And what a lesson, it's worth repeating. There's nothing more expensive than a closed mind. Can you imagine what it would be like to be one of those 3 who didn't show up? So what I'm going to invite you to do is get with the person that had you review the overview of eXp Realty. Ask every question that you could possibly think of. Make sure you guys dive into the revenue share model and how it works and what it would really look like for you to run your business here at eXp Realty. Be sure to ask them to take you into a walkthrough of our private team suite where you can meet some of the coaches as well as go into the overall eXp cloud-based office to see all the support that's going to be available to you. Finally, make sure that you also run the numbers on your production. Let's look at what you did last year in terms of your real estate business and what it would have looked like if you would have done that same production here at eXp Realty. We want to make sure you have everything you need to make the best decision for you and your business. And we're really excited to engage with you, talk with you, and make sure that we can answer any questions that you have. So looking forward to answering questions, looking forward to speaking with you, and really excited about bringing you on board to have that agent ownership component here at eXp Realty.